Hello and welcome to ThePrint. I'm Sharan Purna, and today with us we have a very special guest, veteran journalist, Mr. R.Rajagopalan. He's here to talk about and run us through what transpired and what happened in the Karnataka Assembly yesterday, the joint sessions. In fact, it was a special session that was convened by the Siddaramaiah-led government to speak about the repealing of the Manrega Act and to bring in the VD Ramji legislation. Now, we saw what happened yesterday was the Karnataka Governor, Mr. Thaawarchand Gehlot, refused to, in holes, give out the speech that was approved by the Karnataka cabinet. He came and spoke for barely 1 minute. He did come to the assembly. He spoke for barely a minute and left without reading the whole speech. When he left, there was a lot of commotion. There was a Congress legislators who were trying to stop him and ask him to read the full speech. To give us more sense and to give us some perspective on this, Mr. Rajagopalan, thank you so much for joining us, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sir,
generally, Purna, the governors walk out in the assemblies are not a story earlier. But no, it has become a very major thing, and they did not walk out. In my long service in political reporting, I did not come across this type of, three states together, and that too from South India, Tamil Nadu, Kerala, and Karnataka. And Karnataka did politics. For this, it's a politics. It's a politics because they wanted to ensure that central leadership of Congress, that is either Mallikarjun Kharge or Rahul Gandhi, should be made happy with Manrega special session, governor's address, focus on that. So they wanted to hype it like that. But at the same time, before any governor or the government exchanges the correspondence between them, it starts a month earlier. This special session was decided 20 days ago. And the correspondence were there between the government, that is chief secretary, and the governor's secretary, like that. Both sides know where they stand. At the same time, in Tamil Nadu, the controversy has been for the last 4 or 5 years for simple reason that Jai Hind was not, printed in the document, but Panwarilal Purohit said Jai Hind. It started with this, Mr. Ravi started to say Vande Mataram, Jai Hind, वगैरह. Did not find place in the assembly records. So the governor, chief minister tussle has been going on in the 3 states for the last 1 or 2 years. My understanding is that Mr. R. Ravi had communicated that he wanted to speak about the 20,000 murders, and a lot of people died due to illicit drugs, etc. Of course, it's not a interesting thing for the state government, which claims that it is Amaidi Punga. It's a peaceful park in Tamil Nadu. But governor said law and order is bad. Similarly, Thaawarchand Gehlot, a senior BJP leader, who was, leader of the upper house in Rajya Sabha, such a senior person would not have gone into this type of negativity. He also knows politics. But Siddaramaiah, to camouflage the differences with Sivakumar and conflict with the central leadership, he created the hype. Similarly, Tamil Nadu is all going for polls next month. Kerala governor was there. If you see the pattern, Tamil Nadu governor walked out, he did not speak. Whereas Mr. Thaawarchand Gehlot spoke, but he did not mention. He walked out and he was encountered by a few MLAs and MLCs to stop them, don't go out, like that. But in Kerala, that governor, RSS, he is a Goa person, very senior RSS leader. He completely ignored, but chief minister read it. See, it's a conflict, and the founding fathers of Indian Constitution in the Constitution Assembly, Purna, I read Mr. B.R. Ambedkar saying that governors or a, relationship between center and the state, and they are moderating between the state and the center. Therefore, governor has got a lot of responsibilities. But all the three governments we mentioned, Karnataka, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, approach Supreme Court about the vice chancellor's powers. There is a pattern for the last 2-3 years, especially after Narendra Modi came third time. There is a circumventing the constitution. They wanted to abolish the governor's post. Chief Minister Tamil Nadu mentioned that we can get rid of the governor's address. It is an elected government. But why should they say the governor's address can be dispensed with? These are all certain political questions. And in 2024, Congress created an atmosphere in the country that if BJP came to power in 2024 third time, they will amend the constitution. But now what are they saying in the alliance people? They are wanting amending the constitution. If you want to get rid of governor, where is the checks and balance? The Constitution, M. Anantha Iyengar in the Constitutional Assembly told before Nehru and Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, we need checks and balances. 40, 50, 70 years ago, they saw that type of things. Therefore, it's a very sad commentary, Purna, that governor walking out. We heard opposition walking out. I covered parliament for more than 40, 45 years. Never seen the president of India or anyone walking out, or for that matter, governors walk out. With regional parties struggling to project a unified opposition in parliament, Purna, there is no tall leader, though towering personality in Delhi, to mediate between center-state tensions and playing out as an open conflict. That is my own worry.
Okay. So, I mean, of course, you did mention that the three southern states, especially Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, and Kerala, are non-BJP ruled. You also made a very important point that the governor is supposed to be the bridge between the center and the state. But over the years, I mean, this is not the first time that it's happened in Karnataka, where you have a governor that's contradicted an elected government. So, is the governor's role now become more political, where the politics of the day dictates his role as against to what it has been defined in the constitution, sir?
Whatever you say, governor is head of the state. He is first citizen of the state. We have to give him the respect. The constitution also provides important role for the head of the government, that is chief minister, who is elected. Always there will be a conflict. There will be a conflict. There will be a conflict. It all needs governor or chief minister should yield to each one another. Mr. E.S.L. Narasimhan, which I quoted in the article also, he was governor of Chhattisgarh, Telangana, Andhra. Very, very important days when Andhra was just split into Telangana. A lot of agitations were there. He somehow opened the Raj Bhavan for public. He had met a lot of persons. I know him very well. And he called Chandrasekhar Rao. He called Jagan Reddy for an open talk. They wrote something against the center. But governor convinced them, I am representative of the center. I have the copies of the correspondence between the chief minister and the governor with me, but I know that's not good for me to expose that. But still, governor has a responsibility. What you said is right. Second, very important, after Mr. Narendra Modi as a prime minister and after Mr. Amit Shah as a home minister, the center has definitely made this as a conflict postings. I do agree. Like Mr. P.V. Narasimha Rao sent Dr. Chenna Reddy, Mari Chenna Reddy to Tamil Nadu to pick up a quarrel with Jayalalitha. Siddhartha Sankare was sent. And Kamala Beniwal was creating problems for Narendra Modi as a chief minister and governor in Gujarat. So the governor-chief minister conflict is bound to happen because there is a conflict of interest between the two positions, constitutional positions. Who will, bell the cat? There is no
Okay.
tall person like P.B. Narasimha, like Pranab Mukherjee, for that matter, Somnath Chatterjee. All should have tried, but many tried and they did not succeed. That is very, very worrisome. What?
Okay. So, I mean, yes, the governor, he did. I mean, he took a decision based on what was right. The chief minister and the government are considering legal recourse. Now, with this strain between the Lok Bhavan and the government, what is the impact of politics, policy, and largely the people of a state, sir?
The personalities will suffer a great deal. That's what I would say. The state will suffer. And for that matter, interestingly, let us talk the current situation. Thaawarchand Gehlot is from Madhya Pradesh. Fixing this date, yesterday, Shivraj Singh Chauhan, again a Madhya Pradesh politician who was chief minister for many years, went to Bangalore. He explained about Manrega. He supported the governor. Yes, the government has no answer for that. Manrega, if it is for change of name, if you want to fight it out, you can't take it to the governor's level at the joint session of state assembly. And it's a protocol. You have to, beginning of the year, you have to make the governors to address the elected representatives about the state and the government.
Okay. Because if you look at the speech that was given to the governor, a copy of which, of course, we have read, well, the government has made several claims, of course, which it thought was right. One of which is, of course, that the new bill supports corporate, capitalist interests. Has said that Karnataka's doom will lead to India's doom, and several other contentious issues. Do you think that the governor has the discretion not to read these things because, well, in his wisdom or his counsel, he has said that, okay, I will not speak something against. Do they have this? Do they have the privilege of this discretion?
Those things we have to give interpretation from the Supreme Court or someone that should be a reference. But yes, all the governors have been politicians. They also know the limits. There's a politics behind it. And when Hansraj Bharadwaj was governor of Karnataka, he also played it very well. You know it very well. You are from the state, and I am from Tamil Nadu. What Chenna Reddy did and what Tamilisi Soundararajan did to K. Chandrasekhar Rao as governor of Telangana. He did not even meet her. There was no governor session. He went to the extent of convening the assembly without Governor Chandrasekhar Rao. And at least this governor, Thaawarchand Gehlot, went to assembly. Suppose if he has not gone, what would happen? The constitution crisis. Yesterday, I know that Karnataka government sent some lawyers and senior advocates from state to central government to understand the implications of if governor skipped it, what will happen?
So,
These
I
are the
mean,
questions. And governor's conference, Purna, every second year it happens in the Rashtrapati Bhavan. They discussed it. Every governor's conference they deliberate it. But unfortunately, there is no solution. Because the towering personality of Narendra Modi, the towering personality of Mr. Siddaramaiah clash. Who comes in between? Thaawarchand Gehlot. And moreover, Stalin. He is a leader in his own rights in Tamil Nadu. He was elected by crores of people. And governor says this state is not having law and order problem. Killings are happening. And you can't say that the central government did not give money. Central government, in these three, if you watch it, you can very well understand the center Niti Ayog sanctioning money to the state governments are less. So financial powers are more important than political powers. That is what I would like to read the entire situation. If you read it in between lines, that is the feeling you get.
Okay. So, you just mentioned that, Mr. Bharadwaj, when he was the governor of Karnataka, he has done this. You also, in your article for The Print, spoke about Kamala Beniwal, when was the governor of Gujarat, when Prime Minister Narendra Modi at that time was the chief minister. Well, as a political party, I mean, do you think that now Mr. Modi is in power, and the difficulties that he's at the time supposedly faced is now not being corrected, but is being used for a very different purpose?
It is, you are absolutely correct, Paul. You are right. If you are in one position, you approach the issue in a different way. If you are in an elated position, exalted position, you approach it in a different way. The time is coming up. At the end of our debate, I would like to say the timings are very nearing. There should be a solution between the opposition parties and the government about the role of governors and the speech of the state government, whether it is to be read properly or not. And governors have also got rights to correct the administration. He says, my government. How can he take responsibility? For example, Jani Jail Singh, when he was president of India, he told me, I will dismiss Rajiv Gandhi because he is not, dismissing K.K. Tiwari, the minister. He drafted 4 letters. I went with Mr. Kuldeep Nair. At the time, yes, Varadan, Karnataka cadre IAS officer, was the secretary to Jani Jail Singh. They shown me the copy. And Rajiv Gandhi was literally worried. So the conflict is there, the personality ego problem is there. At the end of our debate, I say there should be a conversation between the governor and the chief minister. Either Prime Minister should take the lead or President of India should take the lead. With this, areas of operation, we should not allow this to be drifted away. Otherwise, the citizens, the voters, will have a lack of confidence on the governor. Governor's speech is not anti-state government or a no confidence motion on the state government, because governor refers Siddaramaiah government as his government.
Correct.
And his government cannot take loan from external agencies and tell the Reserve Bank something like that. The center is not giving me funds. Every time the fund is the problem because you are giving freebies. That is what governor is addressing. To sort it out, President should call all the governors, ensure that chief ministers have this. Otherwise, the entire issue will go to the Constitutional Assembly. The Constitution should be amended. Even E.S. Venkatachalaya, who was appointed by the Vajpayee government to understand interstate relations, they also mentioned this. It needs a lot of, analysis, Pawan.
Okay. Lastly, sir, now you brushed upon this, that there are several state governments that are now looking that do away with the governor. You, of course, in your article for ThePrint state, you quote Mr. C.N. Annadurai saying that the governor's role is as important as a goat's beard. So what do you make of this, sir? Is this something that you think will start to gain momentum with more and more chief ministers coming together? In fact, Mr. M.K. Stalin, the Tamil Nadu chief minister, has even suggested, reacting to Siddaramaiah's statement, that there should be some dialogue or discussion towards this direction. The chief minister of Karnataka also is calling for a conference or a conclave of southern chief ministers. So do you think going forward this issue will gain more traction?
It won't give. It is nothing to do with the political, water-based debates. It is a very, very, very constitution aspect of, anxiety about that. Therefore, in nutshell, there should be an all-party meeting. There should be a president of India should come into the picture. There should be a conversation between the chief ministers and the prime minister. Then only it will resolve. Otherwise, it will flare up. And Indians, especially we are in the era of Gen Z, digitalization, etc. We have to find a solution to this. And this conflict should not be allowed to have a wild forest fire.
All right. Thank you so much for your time, sir. Thank you so much for your insights. Thank you, Mr. Rajgopal.